Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the wonderful world of hydrogen peroxide, that brown bottle everyone has in their medicine cabinet. Turns out, it's not just for cleaning cuts and scrapes. We're talking 11, count 'em, 11, surprising benefits of this household hero that you probably never knew about. Seriously, this stuff is like the Swiss Army knife of cleaning, whitening, and just overall awesomeness. We're talking mold removal, teeth whitening, even giving your plants a boost. Trust me, by the time we're done here, you'll be stocking up on hydrogen peroxide like it's going out of style. And make sure you stick around for benefit number 5. It's a game changer that'll have you saying, "Why didn't I know this sooner?" Alright, let's kick things off with the first benefit: cleaning and disinfecting. Now we all know hydrogen peroxide is great for cleaning cuts, but did you know it's also an incredible all-purpose cleaner? And the best part? It's super easy to use. Just grab an empty spray bottle, the one from that all-natural cleaner you tried that didn't work, and mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water. Boom! You've got yourself a powerful cleaning solution that can tackle countertops, floors, even the bathroom without harsh chemicals. This stuff is like a germ-busting ninja, obliterating bacteria and viruses on contact. Plus, it's way cheaper than those fancy name-brand cleaners. So ditch the expensive stuff and let hydrogen peroxide be your new cleaning sidekick. Next up, benefit number 2, whitening. That's right, forget those expensive whitening strips and treatments because hydrogen peroxide is a fantastic natural whitening agent. And it's not just for your teeth, although we'll get to that in a bit. We're talking about whitening your laundry, getting rid of those pesky yellow stains, and even brightening up your grout. Remember that grimy grout we just talked about? Well, hydrogen peroxide not only cleans it, but it can actually make it look sparkling white again. Just mix a solution of hydrogen peroxide and water, apply it to the stained area, let it sit for a while, and then scrub it clean. You'll be amazed at the difference. It's like magic, but without the smoke and mirrors. Now let's talk about how hydrogen peroxide can save your favorite white shirt from those dreaded pit stains. You know the ones, those yellowish stains that just won't come out no matter how many times you wash them. Well, fear no more because hydrogen peroxide is here to save the day. Just pre-treat the stain with a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water, let it sit for about an hour, and then toss it in the wash as usual. The hydrogen peroxide works its magic to break down the stain-causing molecules, leaving your whites looking brighter and fresher than ever. And the best part? It's gentle on fabrics, so you don't have to worry about damaging your clothes. Alright, benefit number 3 might come as a surprise, but trust me on this one. Hydrogen peroxide is like a superpower for your plants. We're not just talking about giving your leafy friends a little boost. We're talking about serious root growth here. You see, those roots are the foundation of a healthy plant. They're responsible for soaking up all the good stuff from the soil, like water and nutrients. But sometimes, those roots need a little extra help, especially if the soil is compacted or waterlogged. That's where our trusty hydrogen peroxide comes in. When you add a diluted solution of hydrogen peroxide to your watering can, it breaks down into water and oxygen. And that extra oxygen? It's like giving your plant roots a breath of fresh air, encouraging them to grow stronger and healthier. So, next time you're tending to your garden, remember the secret weapon hiding in your medicine cabinet. A little hydrogen peroxide can go a long way in helping your plants thrive. Alright, moving on to number 4, and this one's been a staple in first aid kits for ages: wound care. We've all been there, right? A little scrape, a minor cut, maybe a skinned knee from an epic wipeout on your skateboard. Now, while I fully endorse safety gear, always wear your helmet. Accidents happen. And when they do, you want to make sure you're cleaning those wounds properly to prevent infection. That's where hydrogen peroxide comes in handy. Remember those awesome elephant toothpaste experiments? Well, that bubbling action you see when you pour hydrogen peroxide on a wound? That's not just for show. That fizzing is actually the hydrogen peroxide releasing oxygen, and that oxygen is doing some serious work. It's like a mini power wash for your wound, lifting away dirt, debris, and even those microscopic bad guys that can cause infection. But the benefits of hydrogen peroxide for wound care go beyond just cleaning. See, that oxygen release doesn't just push away debris. It also creates an environment that's less than ideal for bacteria to hang out and multiply. Think of it like this. Bacteria are kind of like those little gremlins from the movies. They thrive in dark, damp places. Hydrogen peroxide comes in and shines a bright light, making it much harder for those bacterial gremlins to set up shop and cause trouble. Plus, that bubbling action also helps to stimulate blood flow to the area, which is a crucial part of the healing process. More blood flow means more white blood cells rushing to the scene, ready to fight off any lingering bacteria and kickstart the healing process. So next time you reach for that bottle of hydrogen peroxide, remember, you're not just cleaning a wound. You're tapping into a time-tested method for promoting healing and keeping those infections at bay. Alright folks, we're tackling a big one for benefit number 5, mold removal. If you've ever had to deal with mold, you know it's the worst. You see that little bit of black stuff in the corner of your shower? That, my friends, could be mold, and it's not something to be messed with. Mold loves damp, dark environments, and it can spread like wildfire if you're not careful. If you've got a major mold infestation, you definitely want to call in the experts. But for smaller, more manageable mold situations, hydrogen peroxide can be your secret weapon. And when it comes to mold, hydrogen peroxide is ready to work its magic. And just like that, you've got yourself a mold-free zone. Alright, moving right along to number 6, and this one is all about getting that pearly white smile we all dream of. We're talking oral hygiene, people. Hydrogen peroxide is a common ingredient in teeth whitening products. You can make your own whitening rinse at home. Just mix 3% hydrogen peroxide with water, swish it around for about a minute, then spit it out and rinse with plain water. I'm not a dentist, but I've heard it can help fight bad breath. It can even reduce gum inflammation. Remember, use a diluted solution. Straight hydrogen peroxide is a no-no. Start slow, maybe a couple of times a week. It's a great addition to your routine, but not a substitute for brushing and flossing. Keep up those good habits, and your dentist will thank you. Moving on to benefit number 7, and this one's for all my fellow humans who've ever struggled with a breakout or two. We're talking skincare, people. Yes, you heard me right. That same hydrogen peroxide you use to clean your cuts and scrapes can also work wonders on your skin. It's all thanks to its incredible antibacterial properties. See, hydrogen peroxide works by releasing oxygen when it comes into contact with your skin, and that oxygen is like kryptonite to those pesky bacteria that can clog pores and cause acne. Not only that, but hydrogen peroxide also helps to dry out pimples, which can speed up the healing process. Now, I'm not saying you should ditch your fancy face creams and serums altogether, but a little dab of diluted hydrogen peroxide can be a great spot treatment for those stubborn blemishes. Now, before you go dousing your entire face in hydrogen peroxide, hold up a sec. Remember, this stuff is potent. We're talking about a diluted solution here, people, like really diluted. I would recommend mixing 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 3 parts water. That's right, just a little splash of the good stuff. And for the love of all that is holy, do a patch test first. Dab a small amount of the diluted solution on an inconspicuous area of your skin, like the inside of your wrist, and wait 24 hours to see if there's any redness, itching, or irritation. If your skin gives you the green light, you can carefully apply a small amount of the diluted solution to your blemish using a cotton swab. And remember, a little goes a long way. Alright, moving on to benefit number 8, and this one's a little, well, let's just say it's a little different. We're talking about earwax removal. Now before you wrinkle your nose and click away, hear me out. Earwax gets a bad rap, but it's actually super important. It's like your ear's own personal bodyguard, protecting those delicate inner workings from dust, dirt, and other foreign invaders. But sometimes, our ears can get a little overzealous with the wax production, leading to a buildup that can muffle sound and make you feel like you're living in an echo chamber. Not cool, right? Well, guess what? Hydrogen peroxide to the rescue. You know how hydrogen peroxide fizzes and bubbles when it comes into contact with a cut? Well, it does the same thing in your ear, and those tiny bubbles can help soften and break down earwax. It's like a mini jacuzzi for your ear canals. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mark, are you seriously telling me to put hydrogen peroxide in my ear? And the answer is yes, but with a few very important caveats. First of all, make sure you're using the right concentration. We're talking 3% hydrogen peroxide here, people. Nothing stronger. Second, dilute it with an equal amount of warm water. Don't go pouring straight hydrogen peroxide into your ear. That's just asking for trouble. And finally, use a dropper or a syringe to gently place a few drops of the diluted solution into your ear canal. Tilt your head to the side and let it sit for a few minutes, allowing the solution to work its magic. You should hear a gentle fizzing sound. That's the hydrogen peroxide doing its thing. Once the fizzing stops, tilt your head in the opposite direction to drain the solution, and then gently wipe away any excess wax with a soft cloth. Alright, next up is number 9 on our list of hydrogen peroxide hacks you never knew about. And this one is all about keeping your food fresh and clean. But don't worry, because hydrogen peroxide is here to save the day. It's a powerful tool for removing those unwanted guests from your fruits and vegetables. Stay tuned, because in the next section, I'm going to show you exactly how to make your own fruit and veggie wash using hydrogen peroxide. Section 2, the hydrogen peroxide wash. Just grab a clean bowl or your sink and fill it with cold water. Now, here's the key ingredient, hydrogen peroxide. Add about a quarter cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide to the water. Gently place your fruits and veggies into the solution and let them soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once the soak is complete, give your produce a good rinse under cold running water, and voila! You've got yourself some sparkling clean, ready-to-eat fruits and veggies. Alright, we're on to benefit number 10, and it's a big one, especially for all my DIYers out there. We're talking about cleaning your tools. You know, after a big project, your tools can get pretty grimy. I'm talking sawdust, grease, maybe even some leftover glue. It's not a pretty sight. But fear not, hydrogen peroxide is here to save the day. This stuff is like magic when it comes to breaking down stubborn grime. Plus, it disinfects so you can be sure your tools are squeaky clean and ready for your next project. Now, I'm not saying you should ditch your regular tool cleaner altogether, but hydrogen peroxide is a great natural alternative, especially for those really tough jobs. And the best part? It's super easy to use. Just mix up a solution of equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water, grab a scrub brush, and go to town on those tools. You'll be amazed at how much gunk comes off. Your tools will be looking brand new in no time. But wait, there's more. Hydrogen peroxide isn't just for cleaning your tools, it's also amazing for cleaning your makeup brushes. And trust me, those things can harbor a surprising amount of bacteria. Think about it, you're using them on your face every day, picking up oil, makeup, and who knows what else. Give those brushes a good cleaning with hydrogen peroxide and you'll be preventing breakouts and keeping your skin looking its best. Just like with your tools, mix up a solution of equal parts hydrogen peroxide and water. Soak your brushes for about 30 minutes, then rinse them thoroughly with warm water and let them air dry. Easy peasy, and your brushes will be free of bacteria and ready to give you a flawless makeup application. Plus, clean brushes apply makeup so much better, it's like having brand new brushes every time. Alright, let's be real for a second. Bathrooms, as essential as they are, can sometimes get a little, shall we say, fragrant. But before you go dropping a ton of cash on those fancy bathroom sprays, let me introduce you to your new best friend, hydrogen peroxide. This stuff is like a secret weapon when it comes to neutralizing odors. Remember how we talked about it breaking down bacteria? Well, that's the key to banishing those unpleasant bathroom smells. See, a lot of those odors are actually caused by bacteria, and hydrogen peroxide just obliterates them. So, next time your bathroom needs a little freshening up, skip the harsh chemicals and reach for the hydrogen peroxide. It's natural, it's effective, and it won't leave your bathroom smelling like a fake flower garden. Plus, it's way cheaper than those fancy sprays, which means more money for fun stuff, am I right? Now I know what you're thinking. Mark, pouring hydrogen peroxide down the drain, is that safe? And the answer is a resounding yes. Hydrogen peroxide is perfectly safe for your plumbing. In fact, it can actually help keep your drains clean and free-flowing. It breaks down soap scum, hair, and other gunk that can build up over time. Just pour half a cup down the drain, let it sit for about 30 minutes, then flush with hot water. You can even use hydrogen peroxide to clean your toilet bowl. Just pour a cup into the bowl, let it sit for about 30 minutes, then scrub and flush. It'll leave your toilet sparkling clean and odor-free. So there you have it, a natural, effective, and affordable way to keep your bathroom smelling fresh and clean. Hydrogen peroxide, it's not just for cuts and scrapes anymore. And there you have it, 11 incredible benefits of hydrogen peroxide that you can start using today. Who knew this stuff was so versatile, right? From cleaning your home and gardening tools to boosting your oral hygiene and keeping your bathroom fresh, hydrogen peroxide is a true multitasking marvel. Did any of these benefits surprise you? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm always down to hear your thoughts and any other hydrogen peroxide hacks you might have up your sleeve. And before you go, make sure to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. It really helps out the channel and lets me know what kind of content you guys enjoy. And while you're at it, subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.